Greetings, this is Adela again, and in this video, we're going to actually get into how we can go about relieving our physical, mental, and emotional illnesses or stress. Now, in the last video, we talked about the 5 element theory and how we can use that to identify the root cause of the emotional stress that we have, and vice versa, what a particular emotional stress, how it may manifest in our bodies. And in addition to the 5 element theory, you also have metaphysics. There's a book by Louise Hay called You Can Heal Yourself, and it shows you the metaphysical link between whatever ailment you have and what condition you have. So, but for right now, we're going to do what's called a forgiveness practice. We often hear people say, well, you need to let that alone, you need to forgive, you need to move on. I mean, that's something that happened 20 years ago, and it's time to move on, or it happened last year, whatever the case may be. So they tell you to forgive and move on about your life. However, if you still have a lot of emotional charge within your body, you may not even know how to forgive, because when people say you need to forgive, they don't necessarily show you or tell you how to forgive. Well, this video is the how to, and we're going to do the how to with the practice. And also part 3 video is going to be a different how to. So make sure you check out video number 3. So let us begin with the forgiveness practice. And so in this practice, we want to open up to the divine or God by whatever name you know, him or her. So I have no discrimination about what religion or what God you call on. That's totally up to you, none of my business. So call on the divine, and call on all of those souls with whom you have a karmic debt. And a karmic debt in the sense that something you or your ancestors have done to those individuals, or something those individuals may have done to you or your ancestors. And so we're not actually physically going to have a gathering of all of these people or all of these souls. And we're using the term soul, or you can say spiritual beings, or whatever you want to call it. So we're calling all of them in who we have a connection and a karmic debt with. Either we did them wrong or they did us wrong. And typically, a lot of people don't talk about karma, but almost everybody knows what karma is. Now, karma, whether you believe in it or not, is referred to in the Bible, um, in a in the statement in the Bible that's referring to karma is when they say you reap what you have sown. So you know about that, and you know what our elders used to say and still say, that what goes around comes around. And if you can understand what goes around comes around, and if you can understand the reaping of what you have sown, then you understand karma. It's just that simple. No need to get real complex and make a study out of karma. This is the sense that I'm talking about right here, right now. So we're calling all, you may want to close your eyes and call in all of those souls with whom we or our ancestors have a karmic debt with. And we allow them to join this practice. And we ask the divine to heal all involved in this practice, and to bestow upon us forgiveness and blessings. And we are so very grateful. So to all of those souls, so you want to ask for forgiveness and you want to give forgiveness. So, but we all have free will, so it's up to us and it's up to them whether we want to forgive or not. but we do the practice and invite the forgiveness. So close your eyes, and we say, Dear all of those souls who we or our ancestors have harmed or hurt, we humbly and deeply apologize. Please forgive us. We know that in some cases we harmed and hurt willingly and brutally and without mercy. But we ask that you forgive us so that we all may heal and we all may move on to greater and greater service. Now, to all of those souls who have harmed or hurt us or our ancestors, we say to you, you are forgiven. You are totally and completely forgiven. It is our choice, and we choose to forgive right here, right now, because we no longer want to be energetically connected with you and your ancestors. So the deed is done, the forgiveness is given. And we urge that you go and serve as much as possible and as often as possible. And so now we ask everyone who has gathered to join in this healing forgiveness mantra. And so now put one hand over your lower stomach area, lower abdomen, and the other hand on top of that. Or you may put one hand on your chest and the other hand over the other on your chest. And we're going to sing a forgiveness song. And it goes like this. Divine forgiveness, divine forgiveness, divine forgiveness, divine forgiveness. Now notice a gold, with your eyes closed, notice a golden light ball in your chest area, and that golden light ball is radiating out just like the rays of the sun, radiating out love, compassion, and forgiveness. And so all of the souls who are gathered are radiating out love, compassion, and forgiveness. And we continue. Divine forgiveness, 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 divine forgiveness. And we're going to do it silently. Divine forgiveness, 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 divine forgiveness. The love, the light, and the compassion is continuing to radiate out, and all of the souls are hugging and forgiving one another. Divine forgiveness, 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 divine forgiveness. So at this time, we say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of the souls who showed up, all of the souls with whom we have a karmic debt who showed up to at least entertain what we had to say or what we had to offer. And we say to all of the souls who could not forgive us at this time, we say that we understand because we know the hurt and the pain was so great. The damage was so horrible. So we understand. And we ask that you please come back again and again as we do this practice more and more. And we hope that one day you will be able to forgive us and our ancestors. To those souls who we forgave, who could not receive our forgiveness because you know the weight of the damage that you did, and you know that you and or your ancestors did the damage willingly and gleefully. We continue to remind you that we have forgiven, and we hope that one day you will feel worthy of the forgiveness that we have given. But from our side, it is done. We release and let go because we choose to heal. And we say to all, thank you for coming and thank you for participating. And you may return to your abodes at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that concludes the forgiveness practice. And I want you to notice how you felt during the practice. And this is a practice that you can and should do every day. And some of the souls who gather, you may recognize them as you're seeing through your spiritual eye. You may recognize the individuals or the groups of individuals. So I say to you, thank you for listening to this video, looking at this video, and stay tuned for part 3. In part 3, we're going to go into a self-healing practice or a self-healing mantra. So make sure to tune in to part 3 or video number 3, and also make sure that you click the button and be one of the first to subscribe. Thank you for listening.